Yo, 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 what's going on? It's the Bonbaguy podcast. You know, you got your boy Show. I got a special guest here today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tell people your name, where you from, your profession.
How everybody doing today? My name is Links Eustache. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, aka Links the Specialist. I'm into acting. I'm into music. I'm a community activist, and I'm also into finance. So here we are.
Okay. How you got the name Links?
That's my real name.
That's your real name?
Yeah, my dad, he was thinking, you know what I'm saying? He wanted me to be memorable.
The special. How you got the last ending of it?
The Specialist, I used to be in a rap group called Mad Music. Shout out to them. And one day I was just spitting some bars, and a friend of mine, he was just like, "Yo, you like a specialist at this. Like you kind of like good at a whole lot of things." So I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? It sounded unique, and it felt like kept it going.
Okay. What are some of your dreams you had as a kid?
Just to be somebody of significance, really. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to help my community. I wanted to help my Haitian people and others too. My parents are from Haiti, so again, I'm gonna say it one more time. I just wanted to be somebody of significance. You know what I mean? Change my life and dreams and stuff like that.
Oh, you was born in Haiti?
No, I was born here, but my parents was.
Okay. So you be in Wall Street?
Yes, I have. I definitely worked in Wall Street for about 10 years. It's where I learned about finance, insurance. I think that's something in our community they don't talk about enough. Kind of like a situation happens and I needed insurance. I didn't have it at the time. So I took it upon myself to learn about finance, which led into insurance, investing, and, that type of thing, teaching my people about it. I learned a lot of things about personal development, leadership skills, also on how to build a business too,
Okay. So what's the pros and cons of working in Wall Street?
The pros is you're gonna learn a lot of information, being around people who make a lot of income, you get to pick their brain, start to dress a different way too to present yourself in a professional manner. The cons, I would say, is probably just getting to the city. You know how it be sometimes with traffic and transit and stuff like that. You could find some people who are sharks, as I like to put it too, because at the end of the day, people are looking to put their money somewhere. I mean, if you don't know no better, they might take that away, et cetera, and so forth.
So anybody could just walk up in Wall Street and just work?
Nah, I mean, if somebody might invite you into like a firm, depending on what they're doing, like how I was, because I was interested about that, and I got invited to a seminar and just watched a couple of things, and it just made sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How can you help somebody break through any addiction?
That's a good question, man. I actually created an app with my homegirl. Her name is Rebecca DeJean. Shout out to her. She got her app called Bricklow as well as Infinite B. And, we talk all the time, and I was telling her about the time where I wanted to stop smoking, and I did, smoking weed, just to clarify. And, and she really seeing how I did it, and I gave her the steps. She said, yo, you should just put it in the app to help people do that. So I kind of still have it too for anybody that wants to know about that. It's a tried and true program by me where, I feel to get that addiction out of you, it first got to get that substance out of you first, like in terms of eating right, getting your mental right with meditation and just having the right support system and being upfront with people, like letting them know like, yo, this is what I want to do. Whatever y'all want to do is cool, but like, keep that away from me. It's not going to change our relationship, but this is like what I feel like is best for me. That's pretty much how I did it.
Oh, so you know how to make apps or?
Nah, she does the apps. I just gave her the idea and, she put it together like literally in like a couple of hours,
Yeah. So you have to pay for it or nothing?
Nah, I've been fool with her for a long time. It's really just a program. 31 days you follow. It don't take 31 days, but on average, they say it take about 21 to 30 days for somebody to break a habit. It only took me about 2.
2 days?
2 days. 2 days. And then it was just done for me, but everybody different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Talk about Brooklyn Fever.
Brooklyn Fever, man. Shout out to Flow X Films. My man Juan Lee, Rollo, Basma. They gave me the opportunity to work with them. It started off doing the score for the movie. I used to do music, like I mentioned before, with this rap group, and they noticed my talent, so they wanted me to, do the score for them, which I did. As a cross promotion, I ended up doing being in the film too, which I'm in. It's on Tubi right now, along with other films too. And then we just started working from there. You know.
Talk about FlowX Films and how y'all came up, like how y'all started.
That's how I started, typically with them. But they've been doing it for like over 11 years now. And then ever since that project on Brooklyn Fever, it just spiraled in. I felt like I always had a talent of acting for me. You know, I feel like everybody has that personable talent that they're just naturally born with. They may not say they could do it, but they could just put them in the environment and they do it. And then it started off with the Love is Blind web series, 2-part seasons with 16 episodes. Then it went to the Love is Blind movie, and then Behavior and Life of a Zoe, which was out over the summer, #1 movie on Tubi. So, you know, and here we are right now. Like, you know, I'm just working.
So you acting in Life of a Zoe?
I've actually helped with the BTS, like the locations
Okay.
you know, assembling the actors and all that. Like, for me personally, I like to earn my keep. Like, just because I know them and cool with them and we work together, I don't want to be in every movie. I want you to put me in a role that fits me, that you see me in a vision. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because everybody's trying to be in every scene, every movie.
Right. Me personally, that's not for me. I would love to, but I don't know that's not the reality of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So talk about how you're a community activist.
So, and like I mentioned, from doing finance, is led out to go into my community and talk about, you know, insurance, credit, debt consolidation, you know, business credit, things of that nature. Started off in Coney Island. I did it in numerous cities too. You know, did a world tour with the group Power Up. Shout out to them too. You know, just talking about from credit to insurance to building a business, working from home. Let me see, where did I travel to? We started off in New York, New Jersey, Philly, Arkansas, Texas. You know, just going places here and there, you know, to expand the business, but also share that within my community because, you know, people don't really want to hear about that. Like, money is kind of like taboo where we come from, but I've been around other cultures, and that's something that they teaching their kids at an early age. You know what I'm saying?
So what have you learned from your journey?
What have I learned from my journey? You could either make the time, which makes progress, or you can make excuses. You know, just to summarize it all up, you know, pretty much.
Okay. So if you could say something to your younger self, what would it be?
Damn, that's a really good question. I would tell myself, my younger self, go after every opportunity that you ever thought about. Forget thinking about it, just do it. Don't be scared of nothing. You know, get in the gym, keep a good heart, be mindful of the people the company that you keep. And let me see, what else would I would tell them to? Oh, start investing really early and saving your money when you in like high school or something.
Yeah, that's something that they don't teach us when we're younger.
Like, exactly. You know, they just leave us to fend off and make these mistakes as we get older. But, you know, time is something we can't really get back.
Okay. What is your favorite basketball team?
The Dallas Mavericks, man.
Kyrie and
Luka, even before them. So I want to make this specific so you know people be like, oh, Luka and Kyrie's on the team. It started way back when it was Jason Kidd, Jim Jackson, and Jamal Mashburn. So I'm a long-time Maverick fan. I've seen it from when they sucked all the way till now. So, you know what I mean?
So what made you become a Mavericks fan?
When the team was bought, like, I like Mark Cuban. I like the way he think, you know. I just like what he did with the organization. He transformed the organization from what it was to what it is right now. He take care of his players. You know, he treat them right. You know, the facilities is always changing. The something about the organization resonates with me. You know, if you go through a list of even their greatest players or how they treated and stuff like that, you know, they got great things to say. You know what I mean? Even Kyrie. He just got there like a year and a half ago and saying he wish he would have got drafted by the company. There's a reason why he said that.
That's
you know
crazy,
what I'm saying?
though. That's crazy he said that, though. You have any upcoming events coming up?
I do. First and foremost, to start with the movies, Behavior will be on streaming platforms really, really soon this holiday. Bottom Bitch, excuse my language, which we did over the summer too. That's also coming. Shout out to Ghetto Wise Publishing for the opportunity.
Oh, that's on the 4X Films?
No, that's with a different company too. So, you know how like Wolverine is with X-Men and Avengers and all that. He got his own story. It's kind of what I do too, you know. I'm in-house working for them, but I also do my own thing. But shout out to Ghetto Wise. They seen me on other stuff and then, wanted to include me. So I got 2 projects that I'm working on. I just was on a Zoom call Wednesday night. I don't want to talk too much about it until I get the full details, but that's coming. Probably trying to wrap this up by the end of this year and then start of the new year with something else. 2, community event that's coming, 2 of them, major, presented by Funerals Don't Count. Shout out to my man, Pastor Sander. We're doing a food drive in, what's that, Drip BK Lounge. And, we all looking for sponsors. Is anybody that want to tap in to put your name in the hat or you want to donate. But, it's give back season. We're trying to feed people, put some food in their stomachs, give back to the community. That's something I've been doing for a while. And also December 1st, we have the Black Excellence Winter Festival. Now, if you're somebody who's looking for career employment opportunities, you definitely want to be there. We got some major organizations that's going to be there looking to hiring. I'm not going to say some names. Just got to be there. If you are a business owner and you want to, get your business out there and have that exposure, we do need vendors, but slots is filling up quickly. And there is a fee, so I don't want to give people the heads up or surprises, particularly for that instance too. We also looking for dancers in groups, singers in groups, volunteers. I failed to mention too, with the vendors too, we are looking for food and drink vendors too. So yeah, man, it's a lot on the plate. We just trying to give back, wrap the year up strong, move into next year.
Okay, where you see yourself in like 3 years?
Whew. That's a tough question to ask. I would like to say where I want to be, with the bank account that I would love to have. A lot more of what I'm doing too, just building up my resume, more movies, more community events, more muscles, doing more podcasts, getting my name out there. Yeah, pretty much like, some land, some property, more business opportunities for me to explore, to help my community, provide some employment opportunities. The highest credit score possible, some business credit as well. I've been sitting on some music for a while. I just might put out some music too. I know it's been a long, long time. People probably forgot that I do that, but,
When the last time you recording any music?
Last time I recorded some music, maybe 2015, 2016. I took some time to fall back because I wanted to learn all those things that I mentioned. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was doing music for a long time. I got approached by a major record label and I felt like it wasn't the right deal for me because I wanted to get my team on and they just wanted me. And it was a 360 deal, to be straight up honest with you. And I felt like for me, it wouldn't work that way because nothing's guaranteed. Right. You see some rappers, everybody's not guaranteed to make it just because you see it. Not saying I'm not, but I understood where the business was going. And the type of music that I was putting out was not going to sell. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because it was more positive and uplifting, and they wanted more rah, rah, rah.
Demonic.
Gangsting. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, hey, I probably might have to get my money up and do it my way.
Okay. What's your favorite Jay-Z song?
Damn, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because there's so many. If I had to pick one in particular, I would have to say off the Rock La Familia album, the Dynasty intro.
The intro?
Mm-hmm.
What you like about the intro?
That whole album was crazy, but just the way he came off, like he literally told y'all what he was gonna do. Like, I really listen to music. I don't just skim through it. You know what I'm saying? So he literally told y'all what he was gonna do. Like he was gonna build a dynasty, and that's what he did with his team. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, that's why I really like just the beat, what he was saying, everything just made sense, and it just kind of like set the platform of like everything that he's doing up until now.
Okay. Who's your favorite boxer?
Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather. Reason being I say that, I know a lot of people don't like him because he talk a lot of shit, but he backs it up. And on top of that, he's not a dude that's like 6'7", 350 pounds big. This guy's like literally my size, if not a little bit bigger. And he just straight up box, the science and arts of it. People might say, oh, he duck and weave, but to me, I don't think that's the case. I just think that he just outsmarts you in the ring, you know, and he made the most money and he walked out like, you know, like who wants to get hit? Like, let's be real here. People are like, oh, I want to fight. If you get into a fight, you don't want to get hit. You just want to beat the dude up and walk out of there. Like, yeah, you ain't touching me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like him.
Okay. You ever thought about writing a book?
I do. I'm actually working on one right now too.
Okay.
Definitely am working on one.
It's gonna be like on Amazon or something?
I would like to be it on Amazon and all platforms that have books and stuff like that. You know, it's something I've been sitting on for a long time. It's funny you asked that question because I was thinking about that when I was outside. But I felt like, you know, a lot of people are focused on the worldly things of what's going on. But for me to how I self-improve and personally develop, I focus on within, you know, the mind, the body, and soul. So I got something that's, you know, dedicated towards that, which eventually will let you get out them external things too. Because I feel like people take a look at that, whether they want to admit it or not, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think doing a book is something that's positive. I think people will buy it too. Just because it's something different. Like, nobody want to hear music all the time. Sometimes people just want to read and stuff.
I listen to a podcast daily, too. Every day.
What podcast? What's your favorite podcast?
I listen to Joe Rogan. I listen to my man Fabrice, shout out to him. What's Cooking NYC podcast. I really listen to a podcast that's coming up right now. Even yours, I took a gander of what you was doing to see, like, you know, what y'all doing first. Because everybody know those podcasts that's out, you know, with the Breakfast Club and this and that and all these other shows and stuff like that. And that's cool. Obviously, it's mainstream. But I like to see what other people are doing, too, because you got to start somewhere, right? I want to be on these podcasts one day. It was like, oh, Lynx was on that before. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like to see what y'all doing. Everybody else, like, you know, so I follow them. I'm like, oh, okay, he had this person on here. He had this person on here. He had that person on there. And they doing something positive. Because at the end of the day, we the next generation to come up.
Right. Especially with the music, too. So it's like, I know somebody told me the other day, like, especially with the whole Diddy situation. Like, the whole hip-hop is, like, dying and stuff and shit. So it was like...
Man, shout out to Nas, man. He said hip-hop was dying a long time ago and people bashed him for it. But look where we are right now. Like, it's the same music. Even Jadakiss said that, drill is the worst genre of rap out right now. And I don't agree with all of it. I do think there is some good drill music, but the majority of it, all of it sound the same. Everybody that rap, well, not everybody, but 90% of everybody that rap, they talk about the same thing. You know what I mean? Everybody sound the same. Some people don't even have different flows. I mean, it's the same shit. Like, pardon my language, but, you know, I just feel like, you know, hip hop needs to be revived. Like, people don't even go to the radio station and kill it like they used to anymore. Like, they just same bullshit, the same. And I'll be listening. I'm an active listener. I'm not the person that just listens to the beat. I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to the hook. And the beat might grab me. I might listen to some, you know, I don't want to say whack music, but I might listen to some, you know, low lyrical type of people just to see what they talking about, because they may be talking about something good too, but the content of the music is all the same.
Okay. Jay-Z or Nas?
Damn. Put me on the spot there. Yeah. I'm going to go with my guy Nas, man. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely. Reason being, as an artist, for me, he can rhyme about anything. Like, his creativity on every album that he had, different concepts. He's been doing it for a long time. The guy's flow is immaculate. His albums are still hot to this day. And don't get me wrong, Jay is amazing too. He's definitely influenced. I'm influenced by him as too, but I feel like, you know, a certain demographic can relate to him. You know, if you a hustler, you coming up from the streets in Brooklyn, XYZ, you like that certain sound of Jay-Z, you gonna fucks with Jay. And that's nothing wrong with that, because obviously he's one of the greatest rappers of all time too. But for me, Nas embodies what it is to be a rapper to me.
Okay. You into politics?
Not really, man. I mean, I kind of keep my ear to the street to see what's going on and stuff like that. But I feel like politics, everybody got their views. I actually just put up a post like this today, man, because I was looking on my timeline on Facebook, and I felt like politics was really dividing people. People ending friendships and saying this and saying that and all types of stuff. Like, at the end of the day, for my personal opinion, and I'm going to say this is my personal opinion, I don't even think, like, we decide ultimately who's president. I think this is all an illusion of inclusion. All right, people vote, but they leave it up to the people that run this country in terms of having the most money, the banks. They ultimately decide who runs this country. You know what I'm saying?
And it got us divided and fighting each other.
Right. And all these policies and laws, some of them may be implemented, some of them maybe not. We don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all I just know is whoever's in that office is not going to dictate how I'm going to live my life, where I'm going to go, et cetera, and so forth. It may affect me in some certain type of way, but I'm going to maneuver like how I've always been doing.
Okay. So you plan on being a vegetarian?
No, I do not. I mean, I tried, I thought about it, but damn, man, I really love meat. I love chicken, I love beef, I love fish. And it would be hard for me to cut out that, like, right now at this stage of my life, I don't think so. Maybe when I get older, you know, I might have a different point of view because, you know, our mind is always evolving. We might change the way we think. As of right now, I don't see that happening for me personally.
Okay. Who's your favorite anime character?
You got some good questions, man. I'd have to say either Goku or Vegeta. Either one of them, or dude that I dressed up as Halloween. I was Itachi Uchiha from Naruto.
Okay, Goku and Vegeta. Normally they don't have the same fans and stuff like that.
I like both of them equally because to me they represent growth and hard work and the determination. And, you know, they just got different approaches on how they do it, but they really have the same mindset in terms of what they want to do, just getting better by any means that they can, you know, personally developing. You know, they use fighting and strength and all that to raise their power. I think about it from a mind, body, and spiritual aspect. You know what I'm saying?
So who's the character you was for Halloween again?
I was Itachi Uchiha.
And what did he do?
So he's a ninja from Naruto. Graduated atop of his class. Pretty much a legend at 17 years old. He's just great at what he do. To me, when I think of him, I would think of a specialist, right? So he's just really good at what he does, and his whole entire goal, pretty much, was to protect his little brother and his clan and his name. He had a different approach on how he did things, but ultimately he was loyal to his clan and what they did. They just had him carry out a mission, and he did it.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Damn. Sheesh. Can I give you three?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say Batman, Dark Knight, specifically that one. I'm going to say Rocky 4. And I'm going to also say Dead Presidents. Reason being, all those movies gave me a specific lesson about life that I think about every single day.
So what lessons Rocky gave you?
If you really look at it, Rocky is a movie about entrepreneurship, right? You get to that high, you're the champion of the world, et cetera, and so forth. But then you have it's like the stock market. To me, life is, you're going to be up and then you're going to come down. It's how you respond, right? How you going to get back up? How you going to overcome the odds, right? Nobody expected him to beat Drago, not even his wife. You can't win. You know how many times I heard that from my own family? Like,
yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's real. Like, yo, they be like, yo, the things that I talk about, I want to do. People like, so many people want to do these dreams, but at the end of the day, like, yo, it's up to you ultimately if you want to do that. So when I think of that movie, I could watch it as many times as I want.
Right, what about Dead President?
Dead Presidents reminds me of how this country can be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Lorenz Tate going off to fight the war. You know, people put their lives at stake and spend a lot of time when they could have had another career, and they come back expecting something that's what it ain't. Put them in a predicament where, damn, like, now you can't provide for your family. You know, your wife is seeing another dude. Now you got to deal with that. Now you got to put yourself in a predicament to make money because you start realizing how the world is. Like, and you know what I'm saying? So I always think about that when I watch that movie. In Dark Knight, I think about how New York City. I think about New York City when I watch Dark Knight. How
That's
all,
how it
all
is. Gotham
politics,
City.
you know what I'm saying? It's corrupt. You know, you got people out here that want to do some good things, and then you have people out here who show you the ugly truth. Like, to me, Joker really showed the ugly truth of how the world really is, and how sometimes people that you might think are crazy are saying the realest shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, you know?
Okay. Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey?
I've heard of Marcus Garvey. I've heard he's done great things. I don't know too much information about himself. I have to do my research on him to give you a complete answer, but I know a little bit more about Malcolm X, so I'm going to lean to that.
Okay. What's one of your favorite movies that you produce or co-produce so far? Infinity. You was part of Infinity
No,
too?
I wasn't with them at the time of Infinity. So far I've only helped them in terms of behind the scenes stuff with Life is a Zoe. So I'm gonna say that answer. You know, that the whole experience was just crazy. Like, I got to meet, you know, some legends like Tonton Bashu.
Yeah.
And the other gentleman that passed away.
Not Jesse.
What's his name again? Mika Benz. You know, so it was a great experience. You know, I got to put some people in position to, you know, be an actor and see how it is. You know, for even Juan and Rallo selecting me to help out with the process. You know, but I say about maybe 50% of the movie was shot in my old office when I was working the work from home business doing credits. So it was really cool to see all those clips and stuff like that. You know, and it gave the movie a complete outlook. Like, how everything was presented was amazing. You know, so, and I got a billboard at home for it too. So shout out to them.
How long it took y'all to film that?
The scenes that I seen, they were in there like almost every day, every other day, or sometimes a weekly, the ones that they shot around that office, because I was working from home. I had an organization I had to run two at the same time. So the stuff that I seen, they did it relatively quick. You know, Juan kind of like always knows what he's doing. He always knows what he wants and stuff like that. He gives artists leeway to, you know, perfect their role the way that they see it fit, but still incorporate the script that he gave you. As far as the other scenes that I wasn't a part of or wasn't there for, I can't really give you an honest answer on the time length of that, but it was wrapped up pretty really, you know, quickly in my view.
What do you think success is?
I think success is whatever you make it. You know, most people, they think about success, they think about a certain level of money, a certain level of, you know, the materialistic stuff, the car.
What does it mean to you?
To me, first and foremost, to make sure that my family is where they want it to be. They're all alive and healthy. We breaking generational curses. We all communicate. We all happy. Career growth for me, where I want to be. Living my dreams in the gym, reading. Of course, having a certain level of income, making money, property, businesses, being out in my community, being out in the community and helping as much as putting people on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being a person of significance. When people see me, I want them to be like, yo, this guy right here, you know, not only is he doing things for himself, but he's helping other people do it. I feel like, you know, I put God first, so I want to do what God put me on this planet to do.
What you think he put you on this planet to do? To help people?
To raise the level of vibration, for one. You know, change the frequency of people. A lot of people, you know, they focused on hate. I'm more love oriented. Like, you know, people scared to show love nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say love is blind?
Yeah.
No pun intended to the movie, but hate is blind. I think most hate that people, you know, spew is they don't really understand what they're doing. It's just a common thing. Like, all right, I'm gonna hate on this person because I don't like what he's doing, and you know, it's on the same street as jealousy and envy. So I'm gonna follow it, and they emitting that negative energy that's permeating across this country. And I feel like I gotta spread love. That's just always how I've been. To me, that's the highest frequency you could be on. Is love. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody want love at the end of the day. They just don't know how to give it without seeming like, quote unquote, a dick rider or you know what I mean, what they say nowadays, or he glazing or this now, or like, you know, at the end of the day, everybody want love, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's from your family, whether it's from your kids, whether it's from your career, whether it's from your spirituality, from all that.
Okay. What's your future trip?
My future trip? I wish I could go to Haiti right now, but you know how the country's doing.
You ever been to Haiti?
I have when I was younger, but I want to go back again in my adult life because I got a whole different perspective on what I would do out there. You know, my grandmother and family got some land out there too, so unfortunately right now they like, no, I don't want you going out there because of what's going on. People getting kidnapped.
But do they be going over there to check on their land?
My mother actively talks about this. My uncles actively talk about this, and they telling me right now it's not a good time. Stay away, you know. So I'm listening. You know,
if you don't go back to your land, they take your land.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really? Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's something new every day.
Gotta go back and make sure your property's still there, or somebody's watching it for you.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother had a farm, and I know my family, they don't know what I know in terms of like what to do with it and stuff like that. But that's why I'm here to teach them stuff like that.
Yeah,
I just know they have access to it.
Yeah, so like computer, everything with paperwork, you got to get transferred to computer now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's a lot different. What's your favorite Haitian food?
Black rice, fried chicken, plantains with pickles, you know, bun and pizza. You know how it is, bro.
Yeah.
You know, with a salad on the side. I can never say no to that. It's hard, especially the black rice.
If you could work with anybody in the future, who would you like to work with?
In terms of what? Like music, acting?
Music and acting.
Music-wise, I would love to work with Nas, Dr. Dre, Drake, Beyonce, J. Cole. In terms of acting, I would love to work with Scarlett Johansson, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson, who else out there? Angelina Jolie, Sanaya Lathan, Tyler Perry as a director, Michael Scorsese, if I'm saying his name right, but the Scorsese guy, the guy who did the Goodfellas and Casino, Quentin Tarantino, what's the other dude's name that did the Avengers movie? I'm trying to remember his name. Kevin Feige, is it? I think that's his name.
Okay, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, man. I you know, it's a long list, but I want to keep going on and on.
Okay. Well, anybody that you want to shout out that influenced you growing up?
Yes, my family, every single one of y'all. You know, My mom, shout out to her. My dad, shout out to him. My brothers, they've always been my influence too. You know, they was like the forefront of my lives. I got to see them personally. My man Juan Lee and Basma Rallo, of course, them, the Florex Films family. My man Financially Fred, David, Phil, Faith, Zioni, who else? Damn, there's so many people on top of my mind. Quan Don, shout out to him too, owner of Mad Music. And yeah, if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. But there's a long list.
Okay. We about to close it out. You want to spit a little freestyle or a little poetry or something?
Okay. All right, man. It's been a long time. Okay. When I'm done rapping, you gonna have to quote what I say. Sentence it in images like photos by Nay on Instagram. Quaker Oats with the verse. Instant, man. Most people get jerked by their company. Vince McMahon, misfit. I stand out from a distance. I got the juice. And y'all trying to figure out the flavor of this mystic. It's gonna take a while. Magician, how I break it down. Doctor Strange with the proper range, how I wave around. My birthstone is a diamond. So you know I'm rare as much. Success didn't happen yet, cause you ain't fail enough. Volcano to your ear. Hear it erupt. I got true love for this game. All I'm hearing is lust. Plus, I give my all and more so. You can scan my worth when you listen to my barcode. This is how it goes. Manny stand next to me. And Mayweather on the atmosphere, but don't put him in the same breath as me. You must be tripping on some shit. Ecstasy, take the blue pill. I'm the true feel accessory. I just want the recipe to holding cash and weight. Cause being broke ain't no joke, so I stopped getting half baked. I keep it realer than most, some people have straight. But lies tell all, even with a masked face. See, I don't sugarcoat shit. And never will I crowd a coward. And if you smell me, it must be that sour power. But no weed, I'm just planting those seeds for my growing audience to see the fruits of my labor with no leaves. Please follow me on all social media platforms, man. That's links_charming, LYNX_CHARMING. Links is a name. Specialist is a moniker.
All right. And this is Bonbaguy podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, tune in, leave any comments. Anybody want to get interviewed, just hit me up on my DM, text me, and we out.
Peace.
Thanks for coming.
You already? Thanks for having me, man.